Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to an early look at the new Godus. Godus recently had a fairly substantial update after going for quite some time without an update, and they have changed a lot. Pretty much everything that I complained about in my previous Spotlight video for it has now been fixed, with the exception of a few minor hiccuburps that are just alpha burps, and the rotation. Technically, they fixed the problem with the camera rotation by completely removing it. Not really ideal. There's still this whole click on the top of the house thing, but that's more of a design thing. I don't know. It's the way they designed it, it's the way it works. You can upgrade in order to get settlements. Now, the settlements are significantly smaller. Like before, they would have gathered pretty much this entire area, but now they're just that tiny little spot. But it looks like there's upgrades you can get for it to expand the reach and build out roads. But some of the things that they have done is they've done away with that whole store thing that they had, which that was a huge contention point with people. Like, I know that they're trying to get this to be a tablet game as well as a PC game, but they're supposed to be focusing on the PC, so yeah. They're still working on getting the persistent global world thing working, which is supposed to be a dynamic, randomly generated world that you start in, where you have your own little private world, kind of like SimCity in the online mode, where you have your own world, but people can come and visit your world. But something that they've changed, as you can see here, I have homeless people. I don't know how you get homeless people, but I have homeless people, and I don't know why I have homeless people. I should have enough houses for everybody. And I don't know how to make them unhomeless. I've yet to figure that out. But we've got, this is a nice new feature where you get a card that, well, they kind of did away with the traditional cards that they had, but you get a card that allows them to socialize, and they get this. And you've got breeders and builders now. So these hammers and the blue guys, those are builders. They don't really have a builder out. Got a lot of homeless people, though. Let's bring one out. So there we go. We've got a builder here.
Build him. Build him.
Yep. Apparently he's gonna build them. Whatever the hell that's supposed to mean. But you can still break down trees in order to get extra faith or belief or whatever. One of the main problems that we had with Godus, and this was a common thing that most people seem to have, was the land movement was crap. Oh, there's a chest. The land movement, when you went to sculpt the land, you could only move it in like tiny little increments like that, and it was really pathetic. They've fixed that, so you can move fairly large swaths of land. Like, it's significantly better. They have done away with the whole double clicking to clear little sections, which in a way is good, in a way not so much, because now we've got this chest that I can't access. In order to access it, I have to pull the land all the way from over there. And then do that. And then bring it back. But at least so far, I have not had a problem where I have to dig down like 10 layers. Like, the closest I've seen is where it'd be at the edge, but it'd be down here. So I'd have to move a bunch of layers, but I wouldn't have to move, you know, massive swaths of land. Like, that one there is actually probably the worst one I've seen. Most of them are more like this. And I'm actually kind of glad we're getting more of those. Now, I thought I had grabbed all these, but that's fine. What's this? Oh, this would be a buried expansion monument altar thing. When you get to these, this is a better view of it. You get to these and your followers will repair them, just like they do with any other building. But what they'll end up doing with it is they end up burning it down. When it ignites, like you get a card, it ignites, and that card is a world expansion card, which gives you another chunk of land. I've only gone through, I think I'm on my third one. There was one here, and maybe I'm only on my second one. Because there was one here-ish, and then here, I believe. And a big truck rolling by. Excellent. So, the basics of the game have not changed. Like, you get your belief, and your followers are in the house and produce a builder. The builders you bring out, and they build stuff. And you can have a certain number of people. Each person increases the speed of the build. Knock him flat on his ass. Well, face. Which is kind of cool. They've also made it so this settlement here, you can see the different colors. These three are builders. These four are builders. The blue are builders. The pink are breeders. Yeah, the pink are breeders, which produce faith. And then the orange are extras. I don't really understand. That doesn't tell me anything. So, we got breeders, which produce a 1156 per hour in your belief. Plus, I have buffers and buffs and 4 unemployed. I don't know how I got the unemployed. I really don't. It doesn't make any sense. This guy here, this gives me a buff to my belief, I believe. Temple description goes here. It doesn't really say much. But this is what they replaced that card book with. They've got the ages in here now. So you in the first age, the primitive age, 5000 BCE, you get your basic sculpting, god power, your mud huts, your follower upgrades where they can build and repair shrines, which is required in order for you to expand your land. Your follower upgrades, or another follower upgrade, where breeders will generate belief. Now, you're probably wondering, you've got this belief after you get the sculpting power, but don't you need belief in order to sculpt? Yes and no. They've made it so that within 2 layers, I think, yeah, this one here, under the water, the first layer under the water, or the second layer under the water, the first layer under the water, and any of the sand layers on top, they don't cost anything in order to sculpt. So you can move those around to your heart's content, and they don't cost anything. The higher up you go, so once you get to the grass level, or meadows as they call it, I believe, it costs you a little bit more belief. It costs you more belief. It costs you some belief. And also under the water, for the fourth layer under the, or third layer under the water, I can count. It costs you belief. So if I moved any of these layers down here, it would cost me belief. But any of those sand layers don't, which allows you to sculpt your starting area, which is obviously made entirely of sand. And it allows you to build these crappy little huts. And apparently a pathetic town. And then you slowly move over here, and your followers will eventually want to get up to higher ground. But first, 500 years later, you get friendship, which is allowing them to come out and socialize. Mud cabins, so a little bit better, and that actually generates a bit more belief. Your follower upgrade gives you extra speed. And then you've got a monument, which gives you a +1 occupant, which is what that baby monument is. And then you get leash power. Now, leash power kind of takes over from the old beacons, I believe it was called. I can't really recall exactly what it is. I don't know why I was breaking stuff, but sure. So the leash power, it does use belief, and bringing people out does not use belief anymore, which is quite nice. But what you can do is you click and hold, and it creates that little halo, and now you can drag and tell the builder where to go. And conveniently, how to get there. And apparently full, although I've got 2 builder icons. I don't know. It's still a little buggy. Now, what they have done, instead of the double clicking to move land, when you double click, it highlights the land that you would move if you clicked there, which is a nice addition. But downside is you have absolutely no ability to move the camera, like rotate the camera. So when you get into things like this little valley, I would like to fill it in, but I can't actually see what's down there on this side. So rotating the camera, I really hope that they add that back in. It would be really, really nice to have that back in. Like, have it so that there's a little compass. I was thinking before, you could put a compass in the lower right-hand corner. It's the only place that doesn't have anything. And just have it point north. And when you rotate the camera, have it rotate the camera. You know, we don't need a mini-map or anything complicated, just north. So you could rotate the camera at will and still move around. And I'm pretty sure that would solve any camera-related issues that you might have with finding, you know, your main starting direction, which would be north. Because I always consider this to be north. Just because that's how my mind works. I don't know if they're considering it north or not, but I do. Now, one thing I have noticed is I have not come across the connected monument that was pretty easily acquired the last time in the last world, where you could, it was fake, but you could connect with other people and battle them with your followers, more old Populous style. You could get your belief, you get your god powers, and you breed your villagers, or you breed your people, and have them come out and try to take over and attack the other team. I have not come across anything like that, yet at least. Now, I do have a card that shows right here, this monument, Shrine of Stamina. It's showing this, which is the monument that was there before. And I have not come across that. I haven't seen it at all. So I'm not sure what the deal is with that. If it's just a bug that they haven't put it in yet, and we're going to have like a world reset, or it'll just magically appear, or maybe I'm blind, or maybe I'm supposed to be a lot farther than I am at this point. But like, I've scoured around here and I haven't seen anything. I would also like the camera to move a little bit faster at times. Like, just kind of peering around, I don't see anything. And then of course there's the random sound effects that I have no idea what they are. 523. I do love that. You know, just a single spot. I do wish it was wider right now, but what can you do? Now, a nice feature that they've added is this voyage, and we'll get to that in a moment. Right now, come on. Sometimes clicking and moving is a little bit awkward. Right now, this is where I am. Age of Conquest. So you get follower upgrades. Followers will give more belief on higher land. So once I unlock this, when I get up to more mountain level, like it shows it right here, the higher I am, right now I am Meadows. And then you've got Mountain Belief, which is an 80 to 100 versus the 10 to 80. So it's a pretty decent boost to get up higher. But it also costs you more to sculpt up higher. And in order to unlock this, I need to get these little speech bubble stickers. They've removed the cards, and it's now stickers. So here's what we've got. I've got these unleavened bread, and I've got 2 of them. So you just pull them off, and you stick them on. And it makes that satisfying sticker peel sound, which, you know, everybody loves that. And you can see it kind of fill up the side here. These here have quite a ways to go. I've found it pretty difficult to actually gather enough cards, especially these little brown fur ones. I don't know what the heck they are, but they seem to be really needed, and I have no idea how to actually get them. I'm not sure if these are, you know, static chests or if they're completely random. I would assume they're random. I haven't really been monitoring what I've got in them. Mostly I just click on it and let it do its thing and then go check it every once in a while. But one of the really nice features... What happened to my guy that was building there? Did he get confused? Or oh, you know what? He probably couldn't make it. Why? Because he had no way to get there. Just move all this. I really like the new sculpting. It's much less tedious. They've removed so much of the clicking and dragging and just ultimately being annoying. But there's still a lot. Like, without the upgrade that allows me to move much larger tracts of land, or more so, more layers. Like, there's that upgrade that I had that could allow me to move 4 layers, I believe it was. Although it didn't really say 4 layers. There we go. That's going to take 6 minutes to do. Anyway, I'm done doing that. He's found his way there. It's so much nicer to sculpt. So much nicer, so much easier, less tedious. But this voyage feature is actually really cool. It's like a mini game within the game where you tell your followers, or your followers have an objective, and you have to help them get there. So let's head over here. I've already done a bunch of these, as you can see. And let's bring our followers, our ship of followers, our schwallerers, there we go, that's what they are, schwallerers, over here. So I need to get 10 over to this thing, whatever this thing is. And I need to get them over there as quickly as possible. I have 1 minute and 20 seconds to do it. So, what you can do is you can actually look around here before you disembark, and I'm assuming this is going to be more online focused versus offline focused. Like right now, they could technically go around the long way, but that's not how you want them to go, because that'll take them more than 1 minute and 20 seconds. And your timer won't count down until they start moving. And you've got your rewards, which are stickers. Every one of them's had this, but it hasn't shown me what I get. And, of course, I can't do anything until I land. So I need a minimum of 10 in order to get there. And any that don't enter the monument in the time limit are lost forever. So let's hit OK and break that. Build that. Oh. 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 Oh dear. That's not good. So I have no belief to move anything. Oh, that's mean. That is really mean. So very cruel. Except I could do that. And would that allow... No, not really. 30 seconds. Will this guy get there? Come on. Do it. One more in 20 seconds. Oh, yeah. No problem. They're not that hard. And I got my rewards, whatever they were. And then we can sail on. Oh, I got a bug. A bug. A fur coat. And then you can move on to the next one. And move on, so on and so forth. Each one gets a little bit harder. So what do we got here? So we need to get there in 1.5 minutes. They do have that. I have 500 belief to work with. So I have to sculpt this land out. So that's going to take a little bit, but I don't need a lot. Oh, I've got to move that one. I don't know what... Are those rocks? Those are green. This is really weird. And these would be mountains, so that would cost a lot more belief. Probably not the best maneuver, but I could cut this down by a fair amount. Actually, I could possibly climb over those. So, yeah, that could be doable. So again, I'm going to need minimum of 10. Let's get them going. And come on. There we go. There we go. Can I not? Oh, I can't break those rocks. Okay. Nope. You need to go like that. Like that. And like that. Oh, these guys are going to come up this way? Okay. You guys apparently have your path all laid out. That's fine. I'm cool with that. Can you guys make it at this point? Yeah, I think that they're good. I'd like them to move a bit faster. That'd be nice. 30 seconds. Are you going to make it? I think you are. You are apparently homeless, though. Should say adventurer. Oh, you probably also noticed that they have names. They just have random names. Nothing spectacular about it. Ooh, 10 seconds. And it also says followers lost. 10 out of 10. That's just a little quirk. I have lost 0 out of 10. I actually lost 1 on the first one because I thought it was a little harder than it was. I thought there was going to be something thrown at me. So instead of doing the bare minimum, I actually did 1 extra. And as soon as the 5, because these first ones were just 5, as soon as the 5 got there, it done. It wouldn't let the 6th one in. So I lost that one. Not sure if I got them back, though. Oh, I've got a Shrine of Speed. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh. Oh, dear. So what this does, this is going to slow them down. That's not good. Alright, I might actually lose this. Alright, Shrine of Speed. Let's see how you fare. And put you there. Ooh. This is not looking good. This is most certainly not looking good. I don't have a whole lot of belief here. But I do have, technically, enough to build another Shrine of Speed. Oh, man. Let's go. Speed it up. Speed it up. 30 seconds. It can get pretty nerve-wracking. Come on. Do it, do it, do it. Oh, come on. Go. Go faster. Go faster. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about at all. I am victorious. So you can continue on. There's 20 of these, I believe. I have 30 out of 30. So the boat is full. Apparently they bred. But you got a lot of these that kind of snakes around and then ends up here. Obviously, I don't know what happens when you get to the end, if it unlocks just another one of these, if it resets, or if your voyage is complete. And there's nothing more you can do. But let's head home. And we are back home. And we can harvest more belief. One last thing that I want to show is probably my favorite correction of all, and also my least favorite. It's kind of a double-edged sword, as it was before. I think I like the change more than I dislike it, but as of now, there is no easy way, early game, to demolish old houses. Like, this particular house here just is useless. It doesn't produce anything. It doesn't produce belief. It doesn't produce people, because it's too close to everything else. There's nothing within its range. Like, if you click here, I guess it's not there. If I click here, you can see that faint white circle. That's the range of influence on it. If by chance I expanded this out and I could build another house there, I could have a builder come out of here. But I would probably do this one because it's closer. They're completely useless. So in the before time, what I would do is I would expand the land out and demolish the house and wait for it to be destroyed, and then I'd move the land back. Well, you can't do that. It stops. If there is a house there, you can wrap the entire building with, you know, earth. But it will not collapse the building. Which, all in all, is an awesome change, and I'm actually really happy about it, because now, when you're going around and you're just spam clicking all of these, there's no way you can accidentally destroy your entire town. Okay, destroying your entire town might be a little bit strong, but I did a good number on a lot of my houses, where I'd click here, but it would magically grab the land and try to pull it, and it would demolish the house. That's not a thing that happens anymore, and for that I am infinitely thankful. I really like the ability to tell your followers where to go and how to get there. Like, I've got another guy. I think I can... Nope. You won't let me. Okay. Whatever. We'll just do this. And do that. Pull you out. Make you look a little bit better. And now, can I can't. Really? I wonder if this house is just bugged out. Let's send you over there, and we will send you over there. They can only go so far. It's like, I think it's like 100 meters or something. I can't remember exactly what it said. I could look it up, but I don't care enough. But that seems far enough. Like, I could bring them over there. So now I've got 2 guys there, which is the maximum I could do. This guy's going to get there, be like, oh, I can't do squat. So he's just going to come back, and he'll probably go here. And this is another thing. You can click on these.
Build them.
Now, these are not the maximum size.
Build them.
And unfortunately, now that they've started building, I can't expand it.
Build them.
I'm not even sure if this would expand it. But either way, I've got this whole plot set up right now. I just need to fill in this, take out some trees, and I should have basically a whole nother civilization ready to go. Anyway, that's pretty much the new Godus in a nutshell. I really, really like the changes. There's still a lot of bugs, as you can tell by the constant, rock breaking sound going on. Let's take a look at the options menu here. There's still jack squat in it. Quality mode on and off. I don't even know what the hell that's supposed to mean. Disable buffers is actually a bug fix. I don't know what it is, but there's a bug where every once in a while, after about an hour or so of play, not every computer, but some get this black blotch that navigates across the screen. Almost like chunks, just flying across the screen, and it kind of goes checkerboard pattern. It just gets really obnoxious. It's completely unplayable at that point because you can't see anything. It's just constantly flickering and flickering, and if you're... It just annoys the crap out of you. Kind of like that sound. This fixes it, supposedly. Now, since I've enabled this, I have not had it. But I haven't played for more than an hour and a half since that. So, I don't know if it's just that it hasn't happened, or if that's actually fixed it. The last time I played it on this update, without that, it happened in like 45 minutes. So I'm thinking it's at least lessening it, and that's what it's there for. It's not a guaranteed fix, but it should lessen it at least. Sound effects on and off, dialogue on and off, music on and off. I actually don't know if they even have music. Oh, no, not quit. I need that button. I don't know. Either way, I really like the changes. There's so much to learn and do in it right now. I'm really, really pleased with it. I can start playing it again, and definitely consider it. If you were avoiding it before, this might be something to actually watch now. I still wouldn't really recommend buying it, especially not at the Steam price. On Steam, I think it's still $20 or something, but you can get it on like the Humble store for 10. Sometimes it goes on for 5. Like, you can get it for a lot cheaper elsewhere. So if you're gonna buy it, probably don't buy it on Steam unless it's on sale for elsewhere. Check other places. I believe they will all give you a Steam code, except for Good Old Games. Good Old Games won't give you a Steam code. I don't even know if this is on GOG. But if you want it on Steam, don't buy it on GOG. Don't buy anything on GOG if you want it on Steam. I highly recommend buying things on GOG if you can, because personally I love GOG, but we're not getting into that. That's a topic not for this. That has nothing to do with Godus. Anyway, I'm going to stop because I am starting to babble, and that noise is pissing me off. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you next time.